So we're going to turn on the pilot. Sometimes this can go out during a winter storm or depending on the weather. There's a little gust that can come through the outside vents and turn off this pilot because it's on very low when no one's here. So I'm going to make you guys a little video real quick. So I'm actually going to turn off the pilot to show you how to start it. So that's off now. When you come and stay at the cabin, this will always be left in the on position, and the only time it'll be off is if the pilot went out on accident by wind coming through the vents. This is your main control heater valve, so when the heater's on, this is what you're going to touch. But when we get started, to get the pilot on, this is all you're going to touch. So when you get here, it's going to be like this. You'll probably see it. The heater's not turning on. You'll see there's a little arrow, and then you'll see on. So we're actually going to turn this. Well, first we're going to follow the line where the pilot turns on. So this little silver line goes all the way up here to the pilot, and you can't really see, but it's literally right at the end of my finger. That's where you're going to put the lighter. So you have a lighter like this. There's a few of these always left in the cabin, at least 4 or 5. So we're going to start off by turning the pilot to line up here. So it says on here, it says pilot, and it says off. So we're going to turn it all the way to pilot. We're going to see when we can push it in. When you can push it in, that means that gas is going to be turned on right there. And this is fairly safe to do. We're just going to make sure that I'm going to be pushing it with this hand. My hands are both kind of busy, so I'm going to push this in, and then I'm going to use the lighter at the same time as we push in. So I push in, and I start the lighter, and then you can see the pilot turns on, that little blue light. So now the pilot's on. So we're going to hold it for about 10 seconds. Then I'm going to let go of the button. So my other hand is still holding this button. Now I released it. Pilot is still on, the little blue light. And then we're just going to turn it all the way to on, like normal. And you're going to leave it like that. So if this is usually after hours. Sometimes I try and have someone come out and turn this on for you, but if you guys get here late at night or on a weekend late in the evening and nobody can come out, it's pretty simple to do, so you know how to do it yourself. And then to adjust the heater, actually we'll see, you just turn that on like that, and now the heater's on in the master bedroom. This can happen also with the heater in the living room, and it's basically exact same thing. So you just adjust it. Usually if you leave the heater on at 2 or 3, it's going to be really warm in here. That's usually the max. You can turn it up higher if you want. But level 2 or 3 is usually a really good temperature range to have the heater on. Again, this is your heater control, and once this is on, you don't have to touch it anymore. You leave it on 100% of the time. When you check out of the cabin, just please leave it on low so that the heater's not running on high, and it's not running too hot while you guys aren't here. So hope this video helps.